Hello, my amazing, wonderful friends. Welcome to my channel. This is Bonnie's Fluid Creations, and I'm Bonnie. Today, I'm going to be pouring over this previously poured canvas. I scraped it. It was a total fail. However, you know what? It's just paint. It's just canvas, and we can just pour over. But I will tell you that I did save the drippings, or some of the drippings, and it turned out this really pretty light lavender color that I'm going to use in this pour. I'm going to do I've been experimenting with this, actually with not much success yet, so we're going to continue to try to do a crazy Dutch pour, kind of a crazy pour down, blowout down here, pour my base up here, pour it, spread it a little bit more, and we'll see how it turns out. The colors I'm using, this is Dioxizine Violet, very dark color, and this is actually SoHo Urban Artist. And then the next one I'm going to use is a Amsterdam Greenish Blue, but I have lightened it up with some titanium white. Some of Amsterdam's are titanium white. And then we have some Prussian Blue. Is this Prussian Blue? Yes, Prussian Blue. And this is by Golden. Nice deep blue. I like blues. And then this is a very bright Luminous Violet by Holbein. Most of these colors I'm pretty much just using up my leftovers. And then this is, we're going to see how this works. I'm hoping it doesn't make things turn green, you know, the way it's a very light, bright, it's a fine gold by Golden, bright fine gold. And it's true to its color, it's pretty bright. It's not very deep, so we'll see how that works with this. I wanted to put a little gold in there, and I just didn't want to go ahead and use my DecoArt 24 karat gold. It just so takes over, and I like the shimmer, but boy does it shimmer. Also, I'll probably be drizzling some of Amsterdam's titanium white, just a regular titanium white, over it. And I will be using, let's see, which blow dryer. I've got a couple blow dryers here. I do have the Drew Barrymore Flower hair dryer that I use on occasion. Then I also have this little guy. They're both about the same size. They're little travel blow dryers. This is by Jinri, Jinri, I think is what it's called. I've got tape over it so you can't see it because I don't want this thing concentrator falling out, as I did with Flower. But you'll notice on these, Flower has kind of a bit wider mouth to it, to the concentrator. It's about the same width. But as you can see on this one, this is a bit narrower and this is a bit wider. If you want a more of a concentration, I use this one, which I think I'll go ahead and use this one because it's a small canvas. I've got a full-size blow dryer over here too, but I rarely use that because I rarely do huge canvases. First of all, I'd have to be doing it on the floor because this little table isn't going to hold it. I think the biggest one that I've poured on here is a, what size was that? A 24 by 12 by 24, I believe, was the biggest one that I've poured on this table. I have to do something about that. I want a bigger table, but you know, we have to work with what we have. That's pretty much it. And this is what I have. My little studio here is in half of we have a lower level garage, and I've taken half of it and turned it into my studio. So I'm very grateful for that. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna lay down the colors. I don't know why I only have one glove on. Starting with, maybe, how am I gonna do this? Maybe I'll do it that way. Kind of yeah, maybe I will. And then the lavender up here. Yep, using up my paints. So If I do it like that, yeah, let's do that. And that was the Dioxizine Violet. By the way, I usually start out my little video by saying grab a cocktail, grab a beverage, and let's get to pouring. But I'm kind of anxious for this, so I missed out on that. So cheers. Next color. I'll put down the greenish blue, the one that I've lightened up by Amsterdam. I just really seriously don't know if I'm putting down too much paint or not. I don't have a clue. I just wing it, you know. Okay, so here is the Golden's Prussian Blue. And one of my favorites, the Holbein Luminous Violet. Oh, I just love this color. And at times I feel like it gets lost, so I wanted to make sure I put plenty of it down this time. And you know what, might be too much this time. Okay, and then for this gold. This is Golden's Bright Gold. It's the fine. So we'll just kind of drizzle some of that over. See if that shows up. Okay, well, let's get to making some noise, blow part of this out, and then we'll put down this. This is a lot of paint for what I'm trying to do here. I'm going to use the low setting, but I'm going to hold the cool shot down, which I don't know if that makes a difference, but I'm gonna. Okay. One thing I forgot to do was I meant to drizzle some of this titanium white over it. So we'll do that. Because it is kind of a crazy Dutch, so we'll see how this goes. All right, now I'm going to pour this. I hope I have enough of this down to put down, I mean. Let's see if I got enough. I do believe so. Hopefully not too much. I just can't judge myself. Can't judge what I'm doing. I'm just so new to this. But it's such a fun thing to do. It's such a relaxing, and I know at times aggravating because you just can't seem to get it. Okay. Let's blow dry this out. Blow dry it out, listen to me. Take a look and see what we've got. Have to touch up my sides for sure. I'll just take some of that paint and just touch it up. Well, it is a crazy Dutch, isn't it? I'm getting some really pretty lacing through here. And I'm really happy that the gold wasn't overwhelming to it. We've got some gold through here. I'm going to see some shimmer from it, I'm sure. I've got some shimmer up through here. Something else that I forgot to do was pop the bubbles. And I know I had some in here too, so shame on me for that. You need to pop bubbles. I do like the colors that we've got through here. And the lavender, the really pale lavender really, I think helped a lot better than me just putting the white base down up there. And I think it was Erica Hughes maybe that I was watching. I think it was Erica that I saw where she had done something like this and put the colors down without the base first. And it kind of makes the colors pop more, so that the white base doesn't kind of like mute the colors, you might say. I'm doing this because there's not much on those edges, so let me see if I can blow that a little bit. Yeah, it wasn't, the corners weren't covering very well. I could have laid some more paint down. I do have some white canvas showing through here, but I'll touch that up. That'll work out just fine. I kind of like it. I'm not hating it, which is unusual for me. I'm going to blow this out a little bit, get rid of that white, which I guess was from the titanium white that I laid down. Or is that, yeah, that's white. Isn't it crazy how that just came through like that without even having a white base? Well, I'm going to go ahead, my big head might be in the way, I don't know, and we'll touch up the sides, and then we'll come back and get a closer up, get you all a close up to it, get a closer view to it, okay? I'll be back shortly. So I've been touching up the sides a bit and decided I wanted to put a little bit more definition up here because it seems like it's trying to just melt off the canvas. Obviously, I had way too much of my lavender base. It's just floating it off. I'm pulling the drips off as much as I can, but what I'm also doing is I'm trying to make a little definition up here. So what I'll do, if I don't have any drips from it on the paper, I just take and just dab some of this paint on my finger and I pull it along the edges. Let me do one right here. Just kind of go with the line and very lightly pull it through, and you can make a little definition that way. Sometimes you might already have enough blob of paint on there to do that, or you can take your stick, just like I do in my pearl pours, and do a little definition that way. You see? And then you can drag that through, if you so choose. With your little finger, just a little dab will do it. You'll just make your little lines. You can go backwards if you want. So that's kind of what I'm just kind of playing with it, but I will tell you, I am loving this down here. Just loving it. This colors are spectacular, the way they're blending together. I'm getting a lot of tiny little galaxy looking little cells through here. A little bit of lacing. Again, I'm not so happy with the way this is just blending out so much. But again, you can put some more definition in through there, some lines and whatnot. But yucky, huh? Yeah, so that's what I've been playing with from after touching up my sides. And what I've done with my sides is I've just taken the darkest color in there, the Dioxizine violet, and touched up most of it. Otherwise, if you've got the drips, you can go ahead and use those drips to touch up the sides. That always works too. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll bring you down so you can see how beautiful those colors are that are blending and forming down at the base down there in that little crazy area, my little crazy Dutch area. So let me bring you down and take a look. Well, it seems to be setting up fairly good. I did a little, I guess, fine lines up here to try to define the edges up top where it was, seems to me what I call melting off of the canvas. I don't know if I helped or hurt. I don't know. I'm going to pull it in for a little bit of a close-up here so we can see some of the detail down here. We've got some really, really pretty cells that came through from this luminous violet down here. And then, of course, the lacing. The Dioxizine violet with that luminous violet. Ooh, so pretty. And over here. I'm assuming that gold, it looks so yellow right there, but I think once we get it resined, if that's what I'll do, resin it, I'm not sure. It's really gonna pop. It'll be so pretty, very shimmery. So there's a lot going on, a lot of detail down here in this crazy part of the Dutch pour. Let's get over here in this corner. That's just like a river of gold. Okay, come on, focus. Yeah, so there it is. Fingers crossed it'll dry like that, because I'm done fiddling. Okay, we are back with the dried results, or pretty much the dried results. We still have a little bit of wetness up through here, still drying. I'm not going to touch it, but I just wanted to bring you in because most all of this is dry now. So it didn't move too much more. I'm certainly glad that I did put some definition lines up through here. This little river of gold is weird, but that's what we're going with here. I'll kind of get down a little bit closer so we can see how this dried, which it dried pretty much how it was wet, with those little lacing in cells in through there. Go over in this corner. This corner is pretty dark, but we still got some good effects through there with this little focus. So again, I do like the colors, and this is not yellow, it's gold. It's Golden's bright gold fine. And so when I do resin or put whatever finish I'm going to use on this, that's really going to pop with some shimmer and shine. So we have some interesting parts to this, the way the colors blended together. And I know I said it a couple times before, but I love that luminous violet. So there it is. This is what, my third try at doing this. I like it a little better than my first was just a total fail. So in fact, let me show you my second attempt. Be right back. Okay, so this was actually my second attempt of doing what I call a crazy Dutch. I think, is it Rinske, or I can't remember who it was, called it a chaos Dutch. That might be the new word for this. This was all a champagne gold that I laid down on an angle as a base, and then I poured the colors and blew the colors all over. Put the white base up top and blew the colors up into that. I am not happy with the way it turned out. And it's a gallery wrapped deep edge canvas. So this is how that one turned out for me. And again, I'm not impressed with it. I'll probably keep it. As I said, I don't know, it was the first or my second attempt. Literally the first attempt was just disaster. So this had to have been my second one that I decided to try to do. So yeah, yeah, not the best, but this could have been blown up. But it's chaos, as it's been dubbed. I call it my crazy Dutch. Others call it a chaos Dutch. But I'm not very good at doing a regular Dutch, that's for sure. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully you'll tune in again. Take care. Bye-bye.